Let's face it, starting anything new can be really intimidating and stressful and scary. And yoga is one of those things that can definitely be intimidating and stressful and scary. And especially after you have experienced any sort of trauma, it can be really hard to want to try something new. And so today I'm going to go through 5 things that you should know before starting a yoga practice, specifically a trauma-informed yoga practice. Let's jump into them. The first thing you should know is that you do not need to be flexible. Oftentimes when we see yoga in pictures and in videos, people are doing these crazy shapes and movements with their body. And you do not need to be flexible in order to start a yoga practice, especially a trauma-informed one. If you wait until you're flexible to start, you could be waiting forever. And so I suggest starting, regardless of if you feel flexible or not. The second thing is that you do not need to be good. Same as being flexible. If you wait until you feel good enough to start something new, you could be waiting forever. Yoga is about so much more than just the physical forms and shapes that you're doing with the body. It is a mind-body practice. And so you really don't have to be anything when you practice yoga. And so don't wait until you feel good enough to start, especially with a trauma-informed practice. It's all about coming back into how things feel in your body and what works for you. So you don't have to be good to do it. The third thing is that you do not need to have any specific kind of clothes to do yoga. You can wear leggings if you'd like. You could wear shorts. You could wear sweatpants. Honestly, you could probably get away with jeans if you felt comfortable in jeans. You don't need to go out and buy expensive yoga clothes to do yoga. You can show up just as you are, and that's always going to be good enough. The fourth thing, and this is especially true of trauma-informed yoga, is that you are always going to be given choice. You do not need to do anything in the practice that you do not want to do. Honestly, you could lie on your back the whole time and do nothing, and that is 100% okay. That is yoga. With trauma-informed yoga, you will always be given that choice. As I mentioned, it's always about coming back to yourself and your body and what feels good for you. And that brings us to the final thing to know before starting a trauma-informed yoga practice is that there is no right and no wrong. You can do everything your teacher says if you want. You can do some of the things the teacher says. You could do something completely different. It doesn't matter because you don't need to be flexible. You don't need to be good. You don't need to be wearing anything specific. It's all about the choices that you are making for yourself that are going to feel good for you, to feel nice in your body, and to come back to the present moment. So there you have it. 5 things that you should know before starting a trauma-informed yoga practice. If you have any more questions about trauma-informed yoga, feel free to leave comments below. I am happy to answer them to the best of my abilities. Bye for now.